Hey there, welcome to yoga class today with me, Mercedes. Today's class is called Prana Yoga, and this class is really going to be focused on paying attention to our breath while also moving our bodies. So I just want to start off by sharing with you some information about prana and what that is and why it's really important for our practice. Prana is the Sanskrit word for breath, life force, or vital principle. The main source of prana is the vital breath. Just the act of breathing alone is already a powerful lifeline that helps us receive prana every second. The yogic practices called pranayama are mastering the vital breath. So when we are doing our pranayama practice, those are different breathing techniques. We're going to practice one together now. So before we get started with our breath work, with our class, just make sure that you've got all the things that you need for your practice today. We're going to do much of our class from a standing position, so you won't actually need very many props unless you feel that you do want to have them. For example, during our breath work, if you want to sit on blocks, you can set yourself up to do that. If you want to have less compression for the knees by sitting the hips higher up. So just go ahead, get adjusted, and know that we're going to spend a few minutes with our breath work, with pranayama, before we find that standing position. All right, so for today's breath work, we are going to practice inhaling, pausing, exhaling, pausing, and then repeating. So we're actually practicing retaining the breath at the top of the inhale and at the bottom of the exhale. So this is also known as box breathing. I'll take a count for you so you don't have to worry about doing anything other than just listening to my guidance of when to inhale, when to hold, when to exhale. If at any point you get off pacing, don't worry, just jump back in when you can. So before we start this breath together, first just find the proper alignment in your seat. Think about your shoulders being above your hips and your ears being above your shoulders. So you've got that straight spine. Feel your hips connecting down to your props or your mat, and at the same time, reach the crown of your head straight up to the ceiling, really lengthening the spine. Go ahead and let your eyes close. Bring your gaze inward and just give yourself a moment to feel into your seat as the foundation. Now take a deep inhalation through the nostrils. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. That felt so good. Let's do it again. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, sigh of relief, let it go. One more time. Exhale completely. Now, inhale all the way to the top of the breath. Once you get there, hold the breath. And now, when you're ready to exhale, slowly release. Once you've released all the air, hold. Resist the urge to inhale. Just continue to hold, hold, hold. Now take a deep inhalation. Hold at the top of the breath, so you're neither inhaling nor exhaling in this time. Just retain. Exhale, slowly release. Take your time, slow, slow, slow. And hold at the bottom of the breath. Avoid the urge to inhale. Just pause, notice. And now inhaling for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, hold the breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, release for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale again for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, retain the breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take one more round. Inhale all the way to the top of the breath, however long it takes you to get there. Now hold at the top of the breath. Hold, hold, hold. Almost time. Exhale, slow, 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 slow. Hold here. Resist the urge to inhale, just hold. Now take a deep inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Awesome. So that was just a little over 2 minutes of just taking time to notice our breath. Check in with yourself. Notice how controlling your breath felt. Notice if you have noticed any transition in the way that you're breathing now that you're coming into your breath without having to count, without having to retain, without having to be guided. Just breathe. Let it go. By increasing your prana, you're lightening your body and creating a healthy flow for your mind. Now, let's get into our bodies by starting some warm-ups that are going to lead us into some modified sun salutations. We're going to do this from a standing position. So if you're sitting on your block or blocks, go ahead and lift your seat, remove your props out to the sides, position them off of the mat so they're not in your way, and then come to a standing position. Now from your standing position, just find Tadasana. So you're bringing your feet underneath the hips, arms are by your sides, palms are facing forward. Take a micro bend in the knees and now pull the belly button towards the spine. Feel the tailbone lower down. Relax your shoulders. Sometimes we hold the shoulders up to the ears and we don't even realize it. So to really relax the shoulders, let's inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, take the shoulders back and down. Set the shoulders away from the ears. Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, we'll start to take hip circles. If you'd like, your hands can come to your hips and just start to draw little circles. And as you just circle the hips around, notice where you feel sensation in the body. Notice if the circles want to move big or small, if your body's wanting to go fast or slow. And now just switch it up. Circle around, leading in the opposite direction. Notice if moving in this direction feels different. Just prepping the hips. Start to slow the circles. We're going to find our way back to our standing position, back to stillness. And from here, we'll take the palms down the thighs towards the knees, but not pressing on the knees, and just draw circles with your knees. First in one direction, continue to relax the shoulders. You might be feeling them creeping back up. Just let them chill out. And then take the knees opposite direction. Just getting the joints ready for our practice of movement, incorporating the breath. Now bring the knees to center, press the feet to the mat, come back to Tadasana. We're going to get into the ankles, taking ankle rotations for ankle mobility, one side at a time. So go ahead and lift the heel of one foot, draw circles with that knee. Feel this into the ankle and also at the arch of the foot. I find this is a really nice stretch for the arch of the foot anytime it feels tense. And then circle around opposite direction. Now bring that knee to stillness. Take the heel down. As you straighten that leg, bend the opposite knee, lift the heel. Circle the knee around. Several rotations in one direction. and then opposite direction several times. Nice stretch. Maybe even feeling this under the toes. It's a really important part of the body that needs attention. We'll bring the knee to center. We'll send the heel down. Now redistribute the weight between both legs. From here, moving with the breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take the hands down. And again, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take the arms down. 3 more. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Just moving the arms. Inhale, reach the fingers to the sky. Exhale, take the fingers down. And again, exhale, lower down. Now we're going to do that again, but a different variation. Inhale, lift the arms up. This time as you exhale, bend the elbows, make cactus arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, cactus arms. Inhale, reach the fingers up. Exhale, lower the elbows in line with the shoulders. 2 more. Let your movement follow your breath. And then lower the fingers down, arms come back to the sides, back to Tadasana, our mountain pose. From here, we're going to come into what's called empty coat sleeves. So we're going to step the feet open wider. So you want the feet now wider than the hips. From here, we're going to turn to one direction and we're going to come onto the opposite toes. So as you move to one direction, opposite heel lifts. So you're swinging your arms from side to side like empty coat sleeves. This is a really great way to release tension and to also find spinal twisting. And you have control over how fast you move. Now, while you're taking your empty coat sleeves, you could take a different variation where your fist taps opposite shoulder. So you can do the tapping, activating the chest, the heart energy center, or you could simply just let the arms move. Up to you. Maybe you try both and see what you like the best. Just shaking out any tension. Start to slow the movement. Back to center. Now, once you get back to center, heel toe the feet towards each other so that the big toes meet and you've got a little space between the heels. Now, looking at your feet, just tucking your chin towards your chest so you can see your feet. Lift your toes, spread your toes wide, and then reposition your feet onto the mat. Really feeling the foundation of your feet in this standing position. So now we're going to come into a stretch for the side body. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Then let the palms meet, fingers interlace. Inhale, reach up again. Now as you exhale, take both arms to one side. Position the bicep above the ear. Feel the stretch in the side body. And with your arms in one direction, send your hips to the opposite direction. One more round of breath. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, take the arms opposite direction. Feel into this side. Notice how much you want to fold. Notice where you feel the sensation in the body. Let the stagnation and congestion go. And offer yourself this time of creating space. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take the hands down. Now from here, I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to take my palms down to my thighs. My feet are now hip distance. From here, I'm going to sit back just enough so I can straighten my arms. Again, make sure your hands are not directly on your knees. Hands are on the thighs. We're going to take a standing cat-cow. So as you inhale, send your chest forward. And as you exhale, round the spine. Bring your belly button in. Inhale, open the heart, shine it forward. Exhale, round the spine. Continue to move with your breath, moving through extension and flexion of the spine, taking our spine in all directions in this class today. We'll just take a couple more standing cat-cows. Now from cat-cow, keep a bend in the knees, sweep the arms forward. Now we're coming into our chair pose. In your chair pose, feel the activation in the thighs. Feel the strengthening of the legs. And then exhale, press your feet to the mat. Come back to Tadasana. And let's do that again. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, take your hands to your thighs. Cat-cow. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Few more. Find your breath and match your movement to your breath. From here, find a neutral spine, reach the arms forward, come into your chair pose, squeeze the thighs together, feel the strength building. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, you can lift your toes from the mat and then exhale back to Tadasana pose. And again, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take the hands to the thighs. Find your cat-cow. Simply thinking about moving the chest, moving the back, several rounds, spinal mobility. From here, chair pose, and then on your next exhale, find a standing position. Just one more round. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take the palms to the thighs. Find your cat-cow for your spine. Movement following the breath. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, open the heart. From here, chair pose. And then exhale, it's Tadasana. Good. Now, we're going to incorporate Warrior One. So for our Warrior One pose, we're going to step our feet to the top of the mat. Feet are hip distance. I like to start by taking my hands to the hips. Then from here, I'm going to step my right foot back. And then I want my right foot at 45 degrees. Now, my left knee is bent and I want both of my hips facing forward. So find the bony bits at the front of the hips. Face them forward. Left knee is bent. Right foot is at 45. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Gaze forward, stay here. Maybe you feel a nice stretch at the calf muscle. Maybe you feel lengthening at the right leg. And on your next exhale, bring your hands down to your hips. Step your right foot forward. Take a full round of breath here before you do this on the other side. Exhale, let it go. Now pick up the left foot, step it back, position that left foot at 45 degrees, right knee is bent, hips are facing forward. Now here's a trick. If your hips are facing more to the left than forward, you can shimmy that right foot out wider. You can do this on both sides, just creating more distance between the feet in terms of width so that you can get those hip points facing forward. Now reach the arms up. Press to the pinky side of the left foot. Keep a bend in that right knee. Gaze forward and just breathe. Letting go with each exhalation. From here, take the hands down to the hips. Step the left foot forward. Take a full round of breath. Exhale, let it go. Now from here, let's come back to our hip circles, just like we did at the beginning of class. So deciding if you want to stay, like we did at the beginning, feet hip distance, or maybe you take the feet wider to make bigger hip circles. Just leading first in one direction. Noticing if the feet have more of a distance and you're sending the hips way back, you'll feel a nice stretch for the hamstrings, back of the thighs. You might hear some cracking and popping here. This is okay, nothing to worry about. Circle around opposite direction several times. Hip circles. All right, back to center. Now, we've done the warm-up, we've done the prep. We're going to put all the pieces together now and do our modified sun salutations. So bring yourself to the top of the mat. And then from here, you're going to inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take the hands to the thighs and find your cat-cow breath. Remember, we're focusing on prana, how we're breathing in our practice, how our breathing helps to match the movement. Now, keeping this squat, lift the arms, find your chair, squeeze the thighs together. Maybe sit a little lower. And then on your next exhale, press the feet to the mat, find standing. Hands are going to find the hips. Now from here, that right foot comes back 45 degrees. Arms sweep forward, left knee is bent. This is our warrior one, gaze is forward. All you have to do is pause and take one more round of breath here. Exhale, let it go. Step the right foot in line with the left. Hands come back to the hips. Now step the left foot back. Left foot positions at 45 degrees. Right knee stays bent. Arms sweep forward and up. Fingertips to the sky. Keep a bend in the right knee. Gaze forward and breathe. Exhale, let it go. Step the left foot in line with the right. Find Tadasana, arms are by your sides. From here, inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, take the palms to the thighs. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, send the chest forward. Exhale, bring the belly button in. Continue to move with your breath. From here, neutral spine, reach the fingers up, sit back, chair pose, squeeze the thighs together. Exhale, find Tadasana, hands find the hips. Send the left foot back 45 degrees. Keep a bend in the right knee. Reach the arms forward, gaze forward. Warrior one pose. Now on your next exhale, you're going to take your hands down to your hips. Step your left foot forward. Take a full round of breath here. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Now step that right foot way back, 45 degrees. Warrior one, bend in the left knee. Arms rise up. Gaze is forward. All you have to do here is just breathe. Exhale, let it go. Now we're going to step that right foot in line with the left. Take the hands to the sides. Gaze is forward. Feet are hip distance. Tadasana, mountain pose. Another round of breath. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Last round, you've got this. Inhale, sweep the arms up, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, sit back, take your hands to your thighs. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, round the spine. And again, inhale, extension. Exhale, flexion. Few more rounds. Feel into the body. Back to neutral. Chair pose. Reach the arms forward and up. Squeeze the thighs together. Exhale, Tadasana. Hands find the hips. Now step the right foot back 45 degrees, bend in the left knee, reach the arms forward, gaze forward. Just breathe here. As you exhale, take the hands down to the hips, step the right foot in line with the left, full round of breath. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Step the left foot way back, 45 degrees. Sweep the arms forward and up. This is our warrior one. Stay here, take another round of breath. Exhale, let it go. Lower the hands to the hips. Step the left foot in line with the right. Lower the arms by your sides for Tadasana. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. All right, so that was a good amount of movement in our modified sun salutation. You might want to take a sip of water here before we continue to progress in our standing options. And when you're ready to move forward with our standing options, we want to bring our feet back to hip distance. We're going to take a rocking forward fold. So as we come into our forward fold, we want the feet to be hip distance. And we're gonna, in this variation, we're gonna bend the knees deeply so much that we can feel the belly on the thighs as we fold forward. So to come into this, first from a standing position, inhale, we're gonna sweep the arms up. Exhale, we'll hinge at the hips and we'll start to fold forward. As you fold forward, look at your feet, make sure they're hip distance. When you're looking between your feet, you should see enough space between your feet for about 6 inches or so. Now we're going to bend the knees deeply. We're going to take our hands to opposite elbows, framing the head with the arms. And we're going to stay here for several rounds of breath. With the knees bent, we're focusing on the stretch and the entire back space. You decide how much you want to bend your knees. And then just rock the arms from side to side, rocking forward fold. Feel into the back space. Notice if you're standing still, you'll feel a stretch in the back. And as you rock from side to side, you'll feel this going into the sides, maybe even into the hips. Take inventory. You might notice parts of the back of your body that are tighter than others. Maybe you pause there and give time for a longer hold. Rock back and forth as slowly as you'd like. Just taking care of your nervous system. Rocking like a mother would rock a baby. Nurturing yourself. Now, instead of rocking, just find stillness. Keep the knees bent or start to explore if you want to straighten your legs. Continue to hold opposite elbows. Notice if you're holding your head up, and if so, relax your head, relax your neck. Let the top of your head position down to the mat. If the knees are bent deeply, you'll feel the belly on the thighs. Exhale, release the hands. Press your feet to the mat and slowly roll up. Take your time, there's no rush. As you roll up, let your head come up last to prevent you from getting dizzy. And we come back into Tadasana, our mountain pose. Now, as you come into your mountain pose of Tadasana, bring your arms by your sides. And we'll just take a few shoulder rolls here. So just like we did the one before, inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, take the shoulders back and down. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, back and down. Keep moving with the breath. And set the shoulders away from the ears. Now from here, tuck your chin towards your chest. Again, moving with the breath. As you inhale, bring one ear above the same side shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest, take it to the other side. Inhaling to one direction. As you take your half circles, exhaling opposite direction, giving yourself an opportunity to release tension from the neck space, taking a micro bend in the knees, feeling solid in your standing foundation. Now, as you take these half circles, notice if one side of your neck feels tighter than the other, and if so, pause there. Give yourself an opportunity to enjoy a longer hold, giving yourself this time of letting that stress and tension go. Maybe you rotate your chin towards your shoulder to get a different sensation. Maybe coming back to ear above the shoulder if you prefer. And then trying that on the other side. Taking the variation that's working best for you and your body today. Always taking care of yourself. Slowly start to even out the sides. Eventually finding your way back to center and then lifting your chin, gazes forward. All right, so continuing our theme of Prana Yoga, of honoring the breath and different breathing techniques that assist us in the movement of our physical practice, we're now going to try a breathing technique that's called Breath of Joy. Now, this is one that I highly recommend you do not do on a full stomach. You don't want to do this right after lunch because you're going to be taking 3 forceful inhalations, and as you exhale, you're going to soften the knees and fold. So before you try this, I want you to watch what I'm doing and what happens on the exhale. This is really important how you set it up. So you're setting up your feet wider than your hips. So instead of feet in line with the hips, they're going to go wider than the hips. All right, so we start positioning the feet like this. You can go ahead and position your feet that way, but watch me do one full round before you do it. Now, the arms are going to move on the inhale, and they're going to move 3 times. So think about 3 short inhalations followed by a big exhalation where we're going to make the sound of okay? And the fold happens on the exhale. You want to keep the knees soft. So rather than having the legs straight, knees are soft. So think about bend. Go ahead and bend and maybe bounce up and down a couple times. All right, so this is what Breath of Joy looks like. Notice as I'm folding, I'm letting my knees be bent. So there's absorption of shock there, okay? You don't want to have the knees locked out. Go ahead and keep the knees bent as you're doing this. Now let's try this together. With me from a standing position, soften the knees. We're going to start, remember, 3 short inhales followed by 1 forceful exhale. All right? Just try and see how you like this experience. One more. Stay in the fold. Keep the knees bent. You can come back to taking your hands to opposite elbows and framing your head. Feel a stretch in the back space. Relax the head, relax the neck. Release the hands from the elbows. Slowly rise up. Back to standing. All right, so that was Breath of Joy. Remember when this breath work is going to be beneficial for you. For example, as I was saying, you don't want to do this one after lunch. As you can see from the movement, it'll be really uncomfortable in your belly each time you take an exhale. I have a personal story to share with this. I was facilitating a yoga teacher training in another country, and we decided that everyone in the course, students and teachers, were going to have a different breath work to do after lunch. and no one wanted breath of joy. So I took that one, and we had to do that breath for 20 minutes every day after lunch. Anyway, after a few days, I had to switch it up because it's just not a great thing to do right after you've been eating. So think about when it's going to work for you. If you're feeling sluggish and you don't have a lot of energy, breath of joy is really going to get the energy going for you. You can do just a few rounds. If you feel comfortable and stable, you don't feel dizzy or that you're going to fall, then maybe you take it longer. Maybe you take it to 20 minutes, or maybe you're somewhere in between. But breath of joy is going to be awesome to give you that energy that you need whenever you're feeling just a little too sluggish. All right, so let's get into some high lunge kicks. For high lunge kicks, we will start off similar to Warrior One, but instead of having the foot at 45 degrees, the back foot is going to have the heel lifted. Front foot has the knee bent. So we're going to do these slow, the high lunge kicks. We're going to do them 5 times on each side. So just watch and practice with me. So to start it off, you're in crescent lunge. Remember, back heel is lifted. We're going to move with the breath. As you inhale, shift forward, lift your knee to your chest. Exhale, send your foot forward. Inhale, bring the knee in. Exhale, take it back. That's 1. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, take it back. That's 2. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, press foot forward. Inhale, knee back in. Exhale, take it back. 2 more rounds. Let your movement follow your breath. Last one. Good. Now from here, step that back foot forward. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. This is a really great way to get your heart rate going and do some cardio. So we're going to do that on the other side 5 times. First, we'll just start by taking the other foot back. So for me, that's the left foot. Starting off, making sure that you're starting in crescent lunge. Before we practiced Warrior One, where the back foot was at 45 degrees, remember in crescent lunge, the heel of the back foot is lifted. The knee of the front foot is bent. Okay, so 5 rounds on this side. These are high lunge kicks. So as you inhale, shift forward, lift the knee up, exhale, press the foot forward, inhale, knee in, exhale, toes back. And again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. Your movement following your breath. And then use your energy, step the back foot forward. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale, let go. Now, depending on how you felt in the free space, if you felt like, whoa, that was too fast, or that was too dynamic, or my balance was off, whatever sensations came up for you, know that you can do this with the support of a prop. So if you need some more stability, you could take a chair in front of you, position your hands on the chair, and then use that prop as you move forward. You could also do this at the wall, just making sure you're not kicking the wall. So maybe you just pause with the knee up rather than the kick forward. But look around your space, get creative, see what you can do. Okay. Because we've done such an awesome job from our standing positions and we just came out of those high lunge kicks, we're now going to come into victory pose. So take your feet wider than hip distance, and then you're going to root down through the feet. Feel the foundation, feel the mat under your feet. Legs are straight, and then you're going to lift your arms up. Okay, and you're going to let your arms be wider than your shoulders. So you've got this star shape going on in your body. Or I guess this would be star. Arms up star, we can call it. Now, from here, I want you to lift your chin and chest, just gazing up, but still feeling a firm foundation at the feet. Now, we're just going to breathe and hold. Exhale, let go. I'll count the breath, so you just focus on standing firm in your power. Feel the strength in your body. Breathe. Feel so much gratitude for this strong body that lets you do all this movement. This is victory pose. Feel victorious for making your way through this Prana Yoga practice today. Continue to breathe. Couple more rounds of breath. Hear the sound of each breath as you stand in your power. Feel this life force energy moving in and out with each breath. Pranayama, life force, breath, vital principle, the vital breath. Inhale deeply all the way to the top of the breath. Exhale, let go, lower the arms. Now we're going to make our way into Tadasana. Keep your arms down, palms facing forward. Heel toe the feet so you're back to hip distance. Now, in your Tadasana, soften the shoulders, soften the face. Close your eyes. And as your eyes close, just feel the foundation of your feet rooted down. Feel the power in your body. Feel this life force energy moving through your physical body. Know that you are the creator of this energy that moved around. You did this with your movement, your breath, your practice. Take a deep inhalation, feeling empowered for serving yourself. Exhale, let it go. Continue to stand in your personal power in your Tadasana pose. Feel the high vibration in your body. Stay with this sensation. Know that prana regulates all physical functions such as the breath, supply of oxygen, digestion, elimination, and much more. The function of the human body is much like a transformer, receiving energy from the universal flow of prana, distributing and eliminating it. Inhale, reach your arms up. Fingertips to the sky. Palms connect. Exhale, bring the thumbs down the midline all the way to the heart center. Feel your energy. You are strong, capable, and powerful. Feel this prana, this life force energy. Thank you so much for joining me today for your practice. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.